no admission allowed. Countdown to when my art is renowned. My creative spark, I got it Tupperware, but it's not leftovers. A new path of feeding me first. I stepped over to the other side, penning nice words like Titanic, but I'm dodging icebergs. Yeah, I'm cruising. Let's go. I'm cruising.
One time. Yo, 95 cruising to loosen up. Don't wanna be a fool and rush to look cool for the movement, but man, gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough like I'm making moves. Puff, pay your dues and refuse to be that prisoner, relegated to an answer in rap trivia. I'm a black wizard, a southern gentleman, well-read and highly cultured like Activia. Rapper poo to the low, nigga, that's cinema. 3D IMAX at minimum, never saw it coming. Why so cynical? We used to endure it. I'm so cynical. Last OG reppin' 336 like Rick D's. Shouts to the Blue House Doug Selinsky. 16 bar flex is just a strip tease. Take your hand off the neck, now let that bitch breathe. How you rhyming about shit that you ain't even versed in? Popping pills and dreaming, niggas is Ellen bursting. Stat wise, your boy never backfired. Catch the wave or get capsized. Nigga, I'm cruising. I'm cruising. Yeah, proverb. Let's go. Who am I? I'm on. Yeah, pro. Yeah, pro.
You're listening to the King RG Takeover with DJ Taiwan on the Uncensored Network.
Yeah, proverb. Let's go. Who am I? I'm all about knowledge and the truth, college in the booth, scholars of the youth. I'm a professor hollering at you, paying homage to my roots while I'm following the tutors. Cause living for today's making a promise for the future. Life is beautiful music and I'm the producer. So I determine where the xylophones and the flutes are. I'm the conductor, so I define what the cues are. The whole production, the violins and the tuba. It's an orchestra, I'm arranging the hooks. Life is sort of a stage if you take a look. If you perform enough at the way that you should, then you're an author of every page in your book. So I'm a writer, professional verbalist, blessed with a superb gift, exceptional wordsmith. And my desire is that the message is heard is that I'm inspired by all the lessons the world gives.
There's more to me than meets the eye. If you knew the more, you'd probably cry. It's hard to explain where I've been, and sometimes I don't know where to begin.
My heart is so filled up right now, man. Yo, I started off a young youth, a young man, but what's about good, mad, cute. A dumb plan, ya horala booze and make loot. Drove a mataka in the truck boot. Smoke got the hood, made lands with a lot of smooth rhymes. Growing up to battle big minds. I was part of a clique of young keepers with big fines. I lost many keepers I met who kept lying, and those who kept trying to steal my sunshine. I'm happy to be what I am today. I don't have to be part of the masquerade. I won't mind if I stop rapping today, but God willing, I'll be rapping till end of day. I stay focused while you pray, rope us into your plans so we can see different borders. Thank you everybody who still applauded us.
There's more to me than meets the eye. If you knew the more, you'd probably cry. It's hard to explain where I've been, and sometimes I don't know where to begin. I'm just me, more than what you see. So much more to know. I got a life after the show.
What you looking for? Honesty and candor. An artist who can easily tell you what he stands for that make you feel good when his voice breaks the silence and flow over beats, ain't sex, drugs, or violence. How about someone a little more seasoned and don't just be shooting the gift with no reason? World travel, well-read, better informed, and come in different shapes and forms to break norms, to make you feel inspired as well as entertained, give you something to relate to in between all the game, in the name and legacy of the best who ever done it. My shine comes from knowing I'm just a reflection from it, and through all this, stay humble as a mumble in the jungle and juggle all these tasks without fumble. No matter what type you personally go after, at the end of the day, it's hard to call me just a rapper.
There's more to me than meets the eye. If you knew, the more you'd probably cry. It's hard to explain where I've been, and sometimes I don't know where to begin.
Yo, LB killing them, King killing them. Talking to you, nigga, if you don't feminine. Used to keep the Roscoe tucked in the Timberland. Lasco temperament raised those tenements. Crack commandments, follow 10 of them. Till I hop the train, never look back in injuring. District corridor, Jersey representative. Niggas tight, bitch, I can smell it lingering. You can get the guillotine. Wait, I'm guillotine. 1-5 rounded. Chamber pipe dreams. Trying to stay grounded. Surrounded by Mike fiend. Bomb like a lit match in the burn gasoline. Still riding shotgun. Plastic gangster lean. Nigga use a hot one. Only acting hard when the cops come. Dunny wasn't popping all that when we sunned them. Type redundant. Nigga,
I get around mics and respond like God did the earth with the wordplay. So you could go ahead and kick your verse. Spit its worth. Let's see if you match up. I make back up, get back up. As soon as I rap, bro. React to nothing said. Treated dumb and overhead. Rhyme under fed. Still pen like I get the bread. Drama in the least, but all the peaceful shit been dead since somebody shot my older brother Yachty in the head. Bombs over Rochester. Who can rock it better? Mention the name, I'll give him the flame. It ain't a thing, I ain't trying to rhyme to entertain. I rhyme like the room padded, put him in the chicken wing till it sting. Dig graves with my bare hands and then toss you in with your mic stand and mic hand. This is birthright, fam, so everything boss. And to get back is ugly if ever we've lost.
My niggas hit grenades in their parkers. When it's cold, emotions are froze, they stay awoke. And yo, a never ending story by the authors. That's how it goes. One for the money, two for the show. I got a beard like Gandalf, tomahawk standoff. You run your ass off, you hold your head, don't let it pop off. Eagle tripping, ribbon in the sky, intro edition. Straight jacket, crazy vision, love new edition. Cups of whiskey, sophisticated gypsies from Poughkeepsie. You'll play the fast lane out to the city. Yo, I'm on the committee, the chairman. You staring at perfection, no question about to toss another lesson. Yo, grab your weapons, we stepping out. Peter Luger out, hot steaks takeout. Cassie's King, Metropolitan things. The bell swings, dump him if he tells things. Microphone fiends, mic check, a light flex. Some people lost respect, quiet is kept, they slept, got swept. While I'm cleaning up, passing toward cheating up, put my feet up, you're gonna need us. It's showtime, get the bag, put the fee up. Hey, nuclear war, neutron dance, call an ambulance. Niggas in the square, cans in the air, shit's unfair, see how to clear war, even the score. I bought a penthouse, I stick out, slit your fucking wrist out. Do what you feel, lick shots, heavy still, real to real, mass appeal, witness the skill, pay the bills, tough act to follow. You lost in Key Largo, the empty wine bottles, full throttle, hit the lotto. Yo, them niggas had grenades in their pockets. Them niggas had grenades in their pockets. Them niggas had grenades in their pockets. Them niggas had grenades in their pockets.
What's up, Web family, loyal listeners? This is the King RG Takeover with DJ Ty1, and we're back.
We're back.
Hey, Chinky, real quick. This joint is extra bright on our guest. She look like she's disappearing over here. All right. Oh, no.
Whoa.
Why did
It just got brighter.
Why? Yeah, it just got super brighter. What happened? What in the world? All right, so then you gotta look at that. I don't know what happened there. All right, so we having a lot of fun. Look, all right. So as y'all know, we did the disclaimer earlier. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and things. We're kind of like winging it right now, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We have our guest. Jazzy is here. Is that proper?
Yes.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Actually perfect.
Perfect. All right, Jazzy is in the house. Jazzy Puffed Pastries.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And now also JPP Apothecary.
There we go.
So
Okay.
now 2 things going on.
Okay.
Apothecary line as well as our infused line of pretty much like food products.
Okay. Okay. Now, real quick, I just want you to look at the screen and just make sure you stay in frame.
Oh,
there you go. All right, cool.
I'm rolling out of there.
All right, you good. You good. All right, so break down, I guess, both brands real quick, briefly for the people.
Okay, so a breakdown of both brands would be, I guess we'll start out with Jasi'S Puff Pastries. So that mainly focuses on extracts that are food-based as well as baked goods and savory goods as well.
Okay.
So in that line, that's where we do our awesome honey, which is like a fan favorite. People love it.
Okay.
Has a great shelf life, so you have it forever.
Okay.
And it's also very potent.
Okay.
So it's nice for like a morning cup of tea or something like that.
That's my
also,
kind of honey. No, I'm just
you know. And then also we do like cakes, we do cookies. I brought a couple of cookies and brownies. Some of our favorites that people love would be our brookie, which we have here. Then we have our Oreo cookies and cream brownie, which people really like because who don't like Oreos and cookies and cream together?
Right, of course.
A red velvet oatmeal cookie, which seems to like fly off the shelves, as well as our brown sugar oatmeal cookie. Wow. And then we do oatmeal cream pies in both flavors, which seem to fly out of there, along with a variety of other things, and including like down to bundt cakes and things like that, olive oils. And then we're moving over to the apothecary line, JPP Apothecary. That is mainly focused on 2 things, pain and pleasure.
Pain and pleasure.
That's our focus.
Okay.
So we have a pain relief salve that works really good, that has lavender in it, that really just goes to like de-stressing, pain relief, calming. And I actually have a lot of older people, about
really?
60, 65 plus,
Really?
that really like that product because it works well for their sciatica as well as their arthritis. So shout out to them.
Definitely.
And then also, I just introduced my newest product, which is our intimacy oil.
Okay.
And so that is an intimacy arousal oil, actually.
Oh,
so
really?
it's used not necessarily as like a traditional lube would be to like slip things up in the moment, but like in advance, get blood flow increase, which allows for increased sensations, increased arousal, increased orgasms from
Right.
what I've heard from what
Okay,
the
okay.
reviews we've got back so far.
Dope.
It seems to be a good hit, so we're trying
Okay.
to keep it around and also keep the word out about it.
All right, good. So, look, hey, right now, just go ahead. Let's at the top of this, go ahead and give them where they can find your product. 'Cause we're gonna remind them again later. But
Oh yeah, definitely. So you can find us. We are on IG at Jasi'S Puff Pastries DC, and that's JASISPUFFD Pastries DC, and then we're at JPP Apothecary DC.
Okay, dope. All right, so go ahead over there if you know right now and
You know
show
what I'm
some
saying?
love. You know
Please,
what I'm saying?
Please.
All right.
Catch them while we got them.
Where does this all start for you?
So it actually all started very randomly. I mean, I've always been a person that can cook pretty well, and if I bake, I do pretty well at that too.
Okay.
But I was actually just sitting with like an old neighbor years ago, like having a good day, smoking a few joints, chilling out. And then I decided to just start creating some stuff. It ended up making like some mini muffins or mini somethings. I don't remember. Mini somethings. Anywho. But they were really, really good, and they turned out to be a hit.
Word.
And I had kept some extras, gave them to some friends, and they were like, you should really think about it. So after that, I was like, you know what, you might be onto something.
Okay.
So I did, and I've always been super interested. I have family that is into growing, so I've also been like super interested in that facet.
So you got
like
it all covered. Everything
yeah,
covered,
so it was just kind of like a natural progression, I guess.
Okay. All right. So now you asked me, was I into indulging? All right.
I sure did.
So I told her I was going to tell her the story live.
And I am excited about this one. So let's see where this goes.
So check it out. All right.
This gonna be good. Shit,
Halloween,
already.
2 years ago, I guess, right? 2 years ago? Yeah, Halloween.
Yes.
We had Halloween together last year.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Tony Touch. All right. So 2 years ago, I met these young artists, this collective, at this party. I was invited by a friend of mine, that's a friend of theirs, and part of their collective, to take pictures. So I'm at the party, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm meeting all these people. I'm the oldest one in the room. I'm sure I'm the oldest person in the room. All right, so...
Been there before.
Yeah, you're right. That's right, we all. So then there was a table, Georgetown Kush Cakes. These guys... they pride themselves on their potency. So they were giving out samples of a creme brulee and a red velvet. Teaspoon samples. So I'm like, I don't do that. I'm good.
Okay.
Whole party, I'm chilling, or whatever. So then I say, at the end, I get interested. I say, what could a teaspoon do? I don't smoke and I don't indulge. So this is the first time.
Oh, no.
So... I go ahead and try it. I'm like, oh, man, that's good. That was real good. I was like, all right, cool. Stay about an extra hour. Now I'm ready to go. All right. I always, on my way home from any event, I go to 7-Eleven. So I'm at 7-Eleven. I get out the car. I go into 7-Eleven. I go down the aisle towards the coolers because I like to get water. And that first turn, all of a sudden, like, I started realizing the separation between action and recognition of action. So I get to the guy, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm good, I'm okay. Get the water, get back in the car, I'm driving. Separation is starting to happen more and more because I'm like, I'm putting into my GPS where I'm going. I'm in Woodbridge at this point.
Oh, goodness.
And I live in D.C., so that's a what,
far.
40-minute drive?
That's definitely 40.
Yeah.
Definitely 40 minutes, no traffic.
Right.
Easily.
So, all right, I'm good. I'm a person of the mind. All right, I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
Oh,
Ain't
we gonna
nothing wrong with
see.
this. I'm
We
good.
gonna see
Okay.
how good you
I'm
are.
driving or whatever. I'm good or whatever. And so I get to a certain point where I'm like, I'm taking sips of the water because my mouth is starting to dry out. I guess that's a side
That
effect.
can be a side effect.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely
so mouth starts to dry out. So I'm
be.
sipping water, but when I bring my head back up, I'm swerving. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Maybe I need to do less things. So I'll gulp the water, keep my eye on the thing, put the water back. All right, cool. So now I'm driving. Now I get to the point, I'm like, look, either I got to pull over or I'm going to flip over somewhere. So I get to the point, I said, look, because I pride myself on being in control. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pull over. I'm going to let it ride, and then hopefully I'll be good.
Uh-huh.
So I pulled over. Where did I pull over? I pulled over on the connection from 95 to 495, and I'm on the high part, like up on the.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so now trucks are just like
That's
driving
a terrible
by.
place to pull over.
Yeah, I had to. At that point, I'm like, So then, like, I'm drinking all this water, trying to stay hydrated. Now I got to use the bathroom. Then I'm like,
that's not. What
I'm high as hell. I can't use the bathroom if there's no woods.
That's exactly
There's
why that's
police
not what you want to do.
that's gonna drive by. So I finally hit the
more
paranoia stage, I guess. So I called my wife and I was like, I said, I think I asked. So I'm sitting here like, I said, I don't know what I ate. I knew what I ate. I don't know what I ate, but I'm high right now. And she starts laughing. I said I had to pull over. I told her the whole scenario. But now I'm sitting here. I got to use the bathroom. I really got to. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like really in the slump. I'm starting to fall asleep.
Oh, it hit you.
And she's like keeping me up. She's laughing, but trying to keep me up. And said, Reggie, stay up. All right, cool. So she's like, I said, all right, look, here's what I need you to do. You got to call my parents. And you know what I'm saying? This is like 12-something at night. Here I am, 40-something years old, calling my parents. Because I'm like,
y'all got wake them up.
It's either that or the police come and say, why are you sitting here? And they find out I'm high. And I'm going to jail. So I'm like, all right, let me call my parents. I couldn't, now at this point, total recognition and action is like this. So I'm like, all right, where's the number at? And she's still trying to talk to me. Where's the number at? Long story short, I finally do it. I had to find the number because she didn't have my father's number. Sent that to her.
Oh, you had to do a lot.
Then I had to my location because they didn't know where I was.
So you just out here dropping pins.
So I had to figure it out because Android, of course, Android, they don't have all the special iPhone shit.
Sorry.
Okay. So I had to, on Google Maps, find my location. I finally found my location, sent it to him.
You sent him to Google Earth.
Yeah, and then eventually I was just like, I had to get out the car and use the bathroom. I got out, I used the bathroom, just like, forget it. They're coming. Eventually they pull up. I finally am able, hold up. Before the bathroom, getting over to the other seat was a chore. Like, literally trying to, get up, because like I said, I'm in a slump. Trying to get over to the other seat is a chore.
For some reason, this is bringing forth that thought to my mind from, what was that, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, when he couldn't get out. He lost all his feelings and limbs and was like dragging his soul.
Right. Or senseless. Maybe senseless. So yeah, needless to say, they laughed at me. My mother laughed. I mean, she's had plenty of those back in the day, so she understood it. She still laughs. Everybody.
And I see why.
Right.
I mean, at least if nothing else, you have a great story to tell from that night.
Exactly. So I told Georgetown Kush Cakes, I got a great story to tell. I probably won't try that shit again, but I can tell you, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. You're probably wondering how I got here. So if I do indulge, I will be at home.
In a safe space.
Yeah, in a safe space.
Somewhere you don't have to travel from.
There you go.
There you go.
40
That's
minutes.
the optimum one.
40 minutes.
And just your timing was terrible. Because, might I say, had you left like after you ate it, you probably would have been home by the time it hit you.
Exactly.
But once you waited that hour, it was going to hit you somewhere between an hour and a half. And that's what it was going to hit.
Right.
But that's your safe time.
Yeah.
So if ever you out, again, and you think about this, just know you got maybe an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
Before it smack you in the face.
Okay. Yes.
I know
you
this.
Didn't
Drink
now.
nothing. That would have.
Yeah.
Well, that would have took you down. You'd have been asleep.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, I did Steph's, Mr. Nice Guy, but that was at home. So if anybody broke in the house, though, I was gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, he's not that nice, huh?
So yeah, that's my edible story. So yeah, let's just say basically, if I try them, I'll be at home.
I'm trying to think. What?
When you first experienced?
So my first edible that I had in college was actually awful. A friend of mine,
wow.
A friend of mine's boyfriend used to make edibles, and I was like, I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, my friend's boyfriend's making cookies. You want one? So I brought some cookies home from Atlanta, and I waited till I got there. They were sugar cookies, so I was like, oh, these should be good. And I bit into them, and it tasted like biting into a bag of literal dirt, like grass. And I don't remember being high at all from it.
Oh, wow.
I was in school in Atlanta at the time. I went back, ended up telling my boyfriend about these terrible cookies. So he was like, well, we'll make some. We'll make like some brownies or something. This is what I realized. Measuring and dosing is very important. So we had a dog at the time, and we decided to so I'm from DC, so I like a little crab boil.
Yeah.
I like some steamed shrimp. They don't really have a lot of that there. They did at the time. So I would do it at home. So I was like, all right, bet. Yeah. So we decided to just take about, give or take 9 grams of wheat and just throw it in the amount of oil that you're supposed to use for the brownies. And we just let it sit over some heat, let it sit for a while. We were going to strain it. And then at the end, my boyfriend was like, fuck it, just throw all of it in there. So we threw the wheat in there. We threw all the oil in there. We made it. And he made it in a meatloaf pan for some strange reason. So they were very dense. They were very thick brownies. So when you cut them out, they were very tall. So we ended up sitting down, having eating crabs and shrimp and stuff, sitting on the couch, having it on the coffee table, chilling. And we ate some brownies that we had made for dessert. And we were sitting there watching something on TV. Might even have some wine. All I know is we blinked. The next thing I know, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. We had woken up. I was like, oh my God, please don't tell me the dog that ate because the stuff was still on the coffee table.
Wow.
Thank God she didn't get it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think she learned her lesson before. She was like, I'm not fucking with that. I don't care if they sleep. It's not going to end well for me when they wake up.
Right.
But I was like, I don't think we can eat that much of those brownies anymore. Right. I think we got to take small bites.
Small bites, exactly.
Very small bites.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It is now called the Reggie, whatever that.
Hey, you know what's crazy? It's supposed to be weak weed. My name.
That's a good change up for the connotation.
There you go. We got to change that because my name means kingly, strong,
yeah, because before it used to be like, Reggie? No, we don't do Reggie. We don't know him.
And seeds, right. Oh, my goodness. So, okay, now baking. Where did that start for you? As in, when did you get serious about baking?
When did I get serious about baking? So this was probably maybe 2017, 2018. I started out, like I said, just randomly playing around one day when we were extremely high. Smoked a ton of weed that day. And afterward, I just kept doing it. And I was like, well, I guess I'll see if I get a good reception from it. And if I do it, I'll keep going with it. And so I did. And then I did a few pop-up shops and stuff that at the time. But then, that arena got a little messy. And that one day I was at one that got raided. So I said, you know what?
Wow.
I may be here. Yeah. But I got out with all my stuff.
Yeah.
I can't say that about everybody else's. I was seeing bags of shit get carried out. I was like, ooh.
Right.
I was like, I was just giving things away. I keep my priceless digital.
There you go.
I was just giving things out here.
I pretty much called your page the Cheesecake Factory of edibles because I've seen other edibles and
yeah, in the Ziploc bag.
Yeah, or they try to recreate the candies or whatever basic stuff. But I bake.
Yeah.
I do cheesecakes, cakes, cookies, whatever. I can do all that. So when I saw it, I was like,
I like to switch it up.
I'm like, I would be fooled by that. I could see that. I'd be in this predicament again.
The problem with my stuff is I have to tell people I go for potency, but also for flavor. So when you eat it, the biggest complaint I have is that it don't taste like an edible, and it tastes very good. So I want to keep eating it. And it has gotten some people in trouble who don't follow directions.
Okay.
Like, I had one homeboy was like, give me the most potent stuff you got. I'm going to tailgate. And I was like, but you don't really smoke like that, and you don't do edibles. So I don't know about that. He was like, I'm taking it. I'm going to just give it out to my friends. I'm like, all right, cool. So he goes, and I guess after tailgate, he decided to go home and eat. And I was like, listen, you don't do it. Maybe eat like a fourth, no more than a third. You also don't work out, so your metabolism is shit. So you really just need to like wait.
Break him to him gently.
Gently isn't really my specialty.
Right, you know, because it's a serious business.
But I was like, listen, wait like an hour to an hour and a half. It's food. You got to digest it. I don't know why people think that you eat edibles and you should be high immediately.
No.
Unless it's like liquid, that's not going to happen.
Right.
So.
Full body high.
Yeah, so next thing he ended up calling me the next day and was like, she, I'm not talking to her. And I was like, who are you talking about? And he was talking about me. I'm like, why are you speaking to me about myself in the third person? This is strange. So then that's when I hear the story about this brownie. And he's like, and I'm like, well, did you follow the directions? Because I gave you pretty clear directions that should have had you like good.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, I ate like half. Or like a bite, and then I waited. And I was like, well, what time did you eat the first bite? And he was like, it was like 8. So I was like, okay. He's like, but I didn't feel that, so then I ate some more. I was like, well, and he was like, I ate the rest. Like, and I was like, well, what time was it when you ate the rest? And he was like, it was like 8:10. I was like, nigga, I just
Right.
10 minutes.
Right.
So you listen to absolutely nothing I said.
Exactly. Right.
So then he was like, so then I was sitting there, and like an hour later, it hit me. He was like, I was paranoid as shit. Like, I was in the house, like, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. Like, I was dying laughing.
I didn't think I was going to die,
And
but
I
the
said-
paranoia stage did hit.
But that's what you get when you don't listen. You following directions is key. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they mess up when they don't just simply follow directions. And sometimes that's what you get. You learned a lesson. I bet you're going to do that again.
Exactly.
Stop thinking it's just dessert.
Every time I hear one of them stories where the people don't listen, I think about Wolf of Wall Street. Where he did the Quaaludes, and they was working out, and they was doing all that, and he thought everything was good, and then he drove that Lamborghini back home.
And he was slayed out. Just
said I went straight past drool phase to pass out the blackout phase.
That's crazy.
That movie was wild.
That movie was wild, definitely. Yeah.
See, the thing is that I try to be very certain. Like, listen here. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Just go lightly. Just go lightly into it. Don't be trying to don't dive in. You know what I mean? Just baby step your way.
Right.
I'm like, like the thing about it, I have to explain to people, like, it's not like smoking. Like, if you eat too much, and by the time you realize that you've had too much, what are you going to do? You've already digested it.
Pretty
it's not
much.
like you can't uneat it.
Yeah.
That's it. You just gotta wait it out.
Just figure out how
You
can
just
I
gotta
sleep
wait
in
it out.
Can I
That's
sleep
it.
in tonight?
That's your disclaimer on there. You can't uneat it.
You can't uneat it.
That's funny. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get into. First of all, what would you say is your favorite? Your favorite.
My personal favorite?
Your personal favorite.
So here's the interesting fact about me. I actually am like one of those rare people who have like 0 of a sweet tooth.
Oh, wow.
So I don't really eat a lot of sweets.
Oh, okay.
But I make really, really great sweets.
Okay.
I also don't eat vegetarian food, make great vegetarian food.
Oh,
but
word. Okay.
it is what it is. So the favorite thing that I make, I would say might be, like, if it's summertime, popsicle all the way.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I do a mean popsicle, but I had to even out the potency because I had them one time at an event, and it was hot on a nice July day, and my homegirl was slumped in this chair. She was like, I ate too much of the popsicle. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm going to dial it down a little bit.
Right. The
Dial
thing
it
about the
down.
popsicles, you really can't save it. So it's just
I mean, it
automatic
reseals, but
Oh,
you just need to
okay.
be somewhere where you can, like,
refrigerator.
put it up.
Got you.
You know,
Okay,
I mean, if
okay.
you want not to drink it,
Oh,
then
okay,
you need
so
to
she
just
got
put it
you
up.
covered. Yeah. there you
Yeah,
go.
so that's probably that one's probably my summertime favorite. And then I really grew up loving like honey buns or Cinnabons.
Oh,
and
I got the video. I saw the
and the
video
strawberry
making them
Pop-Tarts.
joints. Them joints is dope.
I'm
Oh,
a big. I was like,
Oh,
I
wow.
love Pop Tarts so much as a kid. I used to take them and hide them underneath my bed.
Oh, wow. That's
In
it.
my defense, my brother ate everything in sight.
So you.
So
had to
if I
save
did
some
not
for
hide
self.
the things that I actually enjoyed, they would be gone. By the time I went back to get one, like you ever come in and expect to eat something and see like one Pop-Tart, you know they don't come one in a pack, they come two. So I'm like, there's just one left in the whole box.
See.
Just one.
That's my house. Because there's a lot of stuff that my wife says she don't eat. And then I'll bring it in the house and I get back, like, maybe I forget a couple days. It's gone. I'm like, I thought you don't, what?
Well, she didn't want to go to waste.
There's a plenty of stuff that goes to waste. But like.
Not that.
Yeah, right.
Not that.
I had some like, what was this shit? I had rainwater, seltzer water, or whatever. Shit is banging. Like I was mixing it with everything. And
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had to think about it.
From Yes Market. That shit is dope as shit. Cause I got into seltzer water lately, and she said I don't really like seltzer water. She does Alka-Seltzer, but she don't like seltzer water. So out of the blue, I brought home these rainwater joints, and
Oh, they gone.
I had 3 left.
Well, she left you
well, you wasn't drinking them, so come on, son.
Didn't want them to go to waste.
Right,
She gave like 24-hour turnover well.
Yeah.
Right. Way and debated. So, all right. So let's talk about say the word so that I get it right. The other brand.
JPP Apothecary.
Say it again.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. There we
Yeah.
go. Boom.
There
Got
we
it.
go.
Yes.
There we go. It's okay.
Hey, look.
It messed
Some
me
people
up
judge
sometime,
you
too.
for. I had a friend that said on air she was talking about the what is that? NFTs, and she said non-fungible. But the show is so. I mean, no, the music is so ignorant. She's like, who the fuck is care about this? But the producer didn't take kindly to her saying fungible. It's fungible. So
If you say
You
what
learn something new every day.
you say what a British accent is better though.
non-fungible. It may be okay.
I'm like,
Get away with everything.
because I'm sure I never even thought to look into what NFT
Oh.
was. It's not
Right.
even something that's in my interest as well. So I was like, I'll figure that out later.
Later
Seems like
on,
it's got a lot of
right.
moving parts.
So you can't sell these foods over NFTs. So
That's right.
there
That's
you
right.
go.
That's not really my focus right now. I'm
There
in
you
the,
go. There you go.
in the real thing.
So these are the main 2 that you said you're focusing on right now?
So this one is like my newest little baby. So this is
Right.
the one I'm really, really focused on now. And
For the people that weren't here earlier.
yes. So this is our intimacy arousal oil. And
I just had to add a sound effect up there.
yes, that's okay. I like the sound effects. Keep them coming.
All right.
So this one was really cool. I had, excuse me, goodness gracious.
You good? Okay.
Okay, now I'm good.
There
All
you
right,
go.
perfect.
All
So I actually thought about this like some time ago. I have been seeing like different products pop up on the market, like CBD lube. So I was like, well, let's see what that's about. So I started doing some research.
Right.
And started doing research about like the benefits of like THC or cannabis rather, and in terms of like sexual benefits of it and how it could be like, what else could we get out of it? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm really not just into like the having fun portion of it. I'm also into the very much so alternative wellness of it.
Right.
So. And then also as a woman, like sometimes it's just interesting to find out more things. And I've always just been very interested about a lot of stuff. So I'll really go into it. And so I started, like I said, doing a lot of research into it. And I really got curious. And I was like, I wonder if I can make something. Like it would be nice. There's not really a lot of minority-owned brands out there, not in this market. And definitely not like really in the intimacy market in terms of like oils, lubes, things like that. So it was like, why not give it a stab? So after like literally like a year of researching products, because the thing is that when you're dealing with your parts, especially as a woman, you really want to be careful about what you're putting.
pH balance.
You
all
can't
that
just be
stuff.
putting anything or everything just in and around or
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
So I really took the time to focus in on that. And I am using the a MTC coconut oil that is really good. So Pretty much like antimicrobial, antibacterial. Doesn't throw off the pH. It's actually very beneficial for the vagina as well. So, and it's great for your skin. Like, who doesn't like moisturized skin?
There
and
you
there's
go.
skin there. So, it is what it is.
There you go.
So, that's kind of our base. And then I actually have been doing a lot of looking into like different essential oils and seeing which ones might also be a benefit. And I ended up landing with tea tree oil. Just because it also has like some antimicrobial benefits, antifungal benefits, which are all things you want to have in a place that's very moist, that's also very sensitive, and you want to keep all things level in the pH area.
True.
And it also does stimulate.
Tea tree.
It stimulates. It stimulates like your blood. It really gets your blood
Like, I'm
going.
trying to be serious, and here you go.
It tingles.
I mean, it does tingle.
I know.
Just so you're aware, it's not really like the amount that's in here isn't enough to cause like an extreme tingling effect or anything of
It's
that
a little
nature. I don't want. It's not enough for you to be like, ooh, like
the
what's
whole night.
happening here? No. It's very, very subtle. But it's just enough to also, like I said, add to the properties of like increased blood flow, and yeah. So
It goes back to my friend that talked about his secret of eating Altoids and using them. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh my!
Oh,
that sounds like an interesting moment.
Yeah.
that's why I said
You like the way he snuck that in there? My friend.
effervescence. How's that rude?
I would be like, bro, like he's sneaking it.
No, he didn't sneak it. He was just saying.
He said my friend. You sure that was?
I'm just like, you can't just be like, no.
Right. And you know how many weird things that dudes do.
You know,
in
people
college?
do a lot of strange things.
Right.
And you know what else you learn about in college?
Uh-oh. I'm scared of
A lot. Shit not to do.
Exactly.
That sounds like some shit that might have you ended up in the doctor's office afterwards. And I.
Well, no, he did. See, I didn't say he didn't tell him.
Well, that you know what, that is true. When you say sneak, it does imply somebody not
Wrong choice of words.
Maybe he was like, "Let me introduce you to this."
Yeah.
And then we're like, "It now that I've done it, it's an Altoid."
There you
Like
go.
maybe
Right.
it was like,
Exactly.
It depends on the response.
Right. Or something. Like it's a mint.
What is that?
Like,
Wrong choice of words. All right, correction. Right.
Oh my God,
just
what is
sounds-
that?
Thankfully, I've never prayed in the noise.
College.
But in college, people were doing wild
weird
shit. Like,
yes.
I had friends that was like, we're gonna smoke a blunt and let's dip it in NyQuil. And I was like, I don't think that sounds like a good idea.
Why?
I don't. You gotta remember also when I went to college, that was at the height of like codeine and people taking a lot of ecstasy.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Like the amount of ecstasy done at that time and just in Atlanta alone was astronomical.
Crazy.
What schools you go to, by the way?
I went to Clark Atlanta.
Oh, I figured. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
CAU.
Yeah. Okay. Dope. Yeah. I would assume that. Yeah. A lot of that was going on. Definitely.
yeah.
I was at Morgan State.
You have no idea.
Morgan State. I just didn't hang around. I probably wasn't around people that. I'm sure it went down. I'm sure it happened. I just wasn't around those people. But I just happened to be around the guy that did Altoids.
I'm like, yeah, you're around the guy sneaking Altoids. I don't know if that's any better. Like, I don't know nobody that was sneaking. Well, no, let me take that back. I do know somebody who wasn't sneaking people ecstasy, but they just would just.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It was just like one of those places. Like you don't know if anything over here might be spiked, so just bring your own clothes, things, and drink them.
Right. Exactly.
Not like slipping people stuff. Not in a bad way. They would tell you that stuff would be spiked, but you'd be like, why? I'm not trying to get twisted. I just was thirsty. I just wanted juice.
Right.
I'm like, I just wanted juice. I didn't want tequila in the juice today. Please.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just was thirsty. Is there anything in here that is not gonna intoxicate me? I just.
Right. That's how I was at the party. Before I decided to take the teaspoon of of edible, I was thinking, is this popcorn okay? They told me that everything over here was okay.
This
Everything
is
over
only
here is
okay stuff here.
Right.
Now here, take heed.
It's all that, yeah, pretty much. Oh, man, that's funny.
That stuff always cracks me up.
Yeah. All right, so, the honey. What would you recommend people to use you said teas.
So
you said,
I mean, in my experience, people actually use honey for a lot of random things, like food wise. We're gonna keep it food wise.
No, I know.
But
Right.
like you know, some people put it on like bagels or toast or like in tea or which is not. I'm a tea lady.
Yeah.
Like I don't drink coffee. I only drink hot tea, herbal tea. So I'll put some in my tea or like a hot toddy or something like that and just kind of mellow out.
Perfect. There you go.
But yeah, it really. I mean, some people put it on like fruit, freaking granola. You know, just anything that you would really put typical honey on.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, anything.
Oatmeal.
I just tell people that you remember that this ain't the honey that you want to use if you're like going for a certain level of sweetness. Like if you're using a whole bunch of honey for sweetening up something, you don't want to fall asleep. So you really don't need more than like literally like a measured teaspoon or like a half a measured teaspoon because each teaspoon is like at least 25 milligrams. So you don't really want. I'm like if you try to function. You probably don't want to go too hard. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Sleepy.
You don't want to just be taking like a teaspoon, like you know, like a tablespoon to the head and be like, all right, I'm out here for today. Like, you know what I mean? You might be out there, but you definitely might be. You might be looking a little not there while you out there. Yeah. I'm telling you.
You hear birds chirping around you.
Oh,
that reminds me of this
gracious.
time I went. It was my old coworkers when I was living down in Atlanta, and we had left work. Like my manager was like, he was like, it's not busy. You, and you, y'all cut. So then we all just left together, and we ended up like having like a session of sessions, and at that session of sessions, we decided to go to the mall and get some food, and I had went to like Steak Escape because I used to love Steak Escape when they used to have them around.
Okay.
So I was like, man, they got the Steak Escape out
I never
here.
got a chance to go to one.
I didn't realize just how smacked I was at the time until I was there looking at the menu for this one sandwich that I used to get, but I didn't see it. So I was standing there for like 10 minutes, and the man was like, what would you like? And I was like, I'm trying to find it, but I just don't see it. Like, he was like, well, what are you looking for? I was like, it's a sandwich.
Right.
I finally ordered a sandwich. He was like, it's okay. Like, I got you. I was like, thank you. So then I turn around after I get my food to meet my friends over at the table. And my grandmother's best friend lives in Atlanta and her family, and I'm pretty sure I ran into her daughter that day. And after I saw my eyes after, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure she knew I was also high as a kite.
Oh, wow.
Because my eyes were bloodshot.
Wow.
Very much so. So.
Oh, man, fun. The stories.
There are so many. So many.
Right. So many.
Yeah.
But time is running out. And if you'd like to tell us your own stories, you know what I'm saying? Share them with us on the various social medias.
My
Definitely
wife got a story.
Oh, hey, guess because you're trying to get
Drop some in the
he brings back something new every week.
Man,
purposely.
We took a trip and she took a trip.
Oh,
and
it's a double trip, I guess.
I'm the high person of the group, and if I need to support other high folks, then so be it.
That's right.
High five.
Solidarity.
Oh man, this has been fun. This has definitely been fun.
Been great. I've enjoyed
myself.
myself.
Yeah, definitely. So again, give people your social media and where they can find your products.
Yes, again, please check us out. Come like some photos, leave some comments, leave some stories about when you've been to function, other things like that. Maybe an edible combat. We'd love to hear.
Right.
But yeah, I'm on Instagram. You can reach us at Jasi'S Puffed Pastries DC, and that's JASISPUFFD Pastries DC, and as well as our apothecary line, which is JPP Apothecary DC.
All right, there you go. Hip hop events before I go, because you always have some good hip hop events.
I try to get out a little bit in the streets when I can, when my 9 p.m. bed time ain't calling. I had to take a nap before I went out the other night, and I fully own that, and that's okay.
Oh, wow. I hear that. It happens.
Join the club.
I couldn't,
Right, exactly.
I couldn't brunch and go out. It's like you gotta like at this point after 30, you can't go out in the daytime and in the night. Like you gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one. Yeah, definitely.
Especially if I want to
Unlike me, work all day, go home, change, go out, take pictures, then get home, want to process them, and they got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, yeah.
Be just in there editing.
Screensaver. As many nights I done woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God.
You watching the content and the content watching you.
Exactly. All right, this has been dope. So for all y'all that tuned in for the first time on YouTube and on Facebook Live, thank you. Don't know what's gonna happen with the network, but y'all can keep on coming here. So, all right. Ty, got anything?
Nah, I think I might bring. You got something for my wife, so I'm sure she'll be.
Hey, yeah, make sure you got something for my wife.
She's about to be lit. It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
I got you.
No, it's good stuff though.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's been ranting and raving about it, and you know it's good because of his bad experience, and he's still, you know,
I'm still looking at it like,
he still welcome me with open arms.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I mean, just follow the directions and do it in a safe space where you don't have to travel.
Exactly.
Just do it in bed. Just in
You
case.
know what I mean? Like, put on a good movie. Put on something funny. Sit down and laugh. You know what I mean?
No, I'm going. I want to actually watch it. So I'm not going.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, but the thing is that again, don't eat too much because you want to watch it and you don't want.
That's what I'm telling her. So I'm not eating anything.
Yeah, microdosing is great for people who don't eat.
What's microdose? A crumb
so
for me?
just a little bit, like a little bite here and there.
The dust
Yeah.
the dust at the bottom of the.
Yeah, just you can eat the crumbs first, and then you can break you off a little more.
Right.
You know.
There you go.
It's been so long since I've indulged in some of those.
My cousin.
Great times. I laughed one time so hard.
My cousin supposedly has chocolate bars with shrooms in them. I don't know. He's trying to get me to move some stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. All right.
I mean, if you know some people.
There you go. Right. Yeah.
You never.
Let's get up. Let's get ready to get out of here because we got other people in here about to get down to the business.
All right.
This has been the King RG Takeover, DJ Taiwan. Our guest, Jasi'S Puff Pastries. Check it out.
Please
I
do.
call it the Cheesecake Factory of Edibles.
Yes, come. And then we also take custom orders. So if you have a request, we do that.
There you
So
go.
hit us up. And then we also do savory. So if you want like a brunch catered, a little special added brunch, I've done
Brussels
those.
sprouts.
We do dinners. We could do apps, parties, whatever. Let us know.
All right.
We're here to serve you.
Dope. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Peace.
Kxng RG Takeover with DJ Taiwan on the Uncensored Network.